Tuesday on School Zone.
And when we put the dry ice in, it starts to bubble.
Purple goo and white smoke. A time to excite the mind and to strut your stuff in front of an eager crowd of younger students.
Watch School Zone, Tuesday at 6 on NB Now.
Live here in New Brunswick, it's NB Now.
Tonight, Ottawa will take a look at Big Cove's suicide problem.
He's going to take my proposal that we've made in my community to Cabinet.
On Buyer Beware, a crash course on windshield repair.
They steer the business towards the national companies, thus cutting out the independent and the Nova Scotia companies, such as ourselves.
On School Zone, a magic way to interest kids in chemistry.
It starts to bubble.
And in sports, Calgary looks to St. John for help once again. That's all tonight on NB Now.
Tonight on School Zone, we're here at Fundy High School, where they're crazy for chemistry. Go figure. But you know what? Some of them actually believe there's some magic involved.
Hi, my name's Kristen Wilcox. We're doing an experiment where we put potassium permanganate in this cylinder. And as you can see, it turns into a purple color. You can take it.
And when we put the dry ice in, it starts to bubble.
Purple goo and white smoke. A time to excite the mind and to strut your stuff in front of an eager crowd of younger students. These lunchtime magic shows are just a few things chemistry teacher Maura Tate has stirred up.
I want to get as many students involved in chemistry as possible. I feel that a lot of students, when you say the word chemistry, I can't do that. That's too hard. I can't do that. Oh, no. And so I figure if you have some sort of fun activities, magic shows, displays, trivia questions, so that students can feel success with chemistry.
As it burns, it makes a funnel shape in the middle that looks quite like a volcano.
And don't forget the scavenger hunt. We're doing this to get all of the homerooms in the school involved in National Chemistry Week, which we all even made shirts for. These are to get the whole school involved with finding household items that have a chemical value, such things as an ionic compound, which our example would be salt, a polymer, which is gum, pretty easy things to find, funny things such as a toy firkin, and even difficult scientific things such as acid-rain equation. All non-perishables included on this scavenger hunt are all donated to the St. George Food Bank.
A firkin was included on the list because it was the closest stuffed animal they could find to their mascot, a mole. Why a mole?
Yes, a mole in short, it's a unit used in chemistry. It represents Avogadro's number, which is 6 times 10 to the 23rd. It's, well, put it short, like a mole of marshmallows would probably take up the world and take about 1 zillion years to eat.
And if that doesn't bend your brain, how about a morning chemistry trivia question?
Today's trivia question: what is the name of the reference book used by chemists which contains hundreds of data tables and the IUPAC rules for naming compounds? CRC, the Handbook of Chemistry and Physics.
Chemistry can be fun unless you're part of the experiment.
This fish tank had just aquarium water added to it. This one had calcium carbonate added to it. And this one had calcium carbonate and food. When the calcium carbonate and food were added to this, the pH level went up and the fish adapted to their new aquarium more easily.
This was an uncooked chicken bone that was resting in vinegar for 7 days. It represents a fetal bone, like in the womb.
The purpose of our experiment was to separate colors into its components, and with our technique we have tie-dyed a t-shirt with, we use permanent markers and rubbing alcohol.
I have heard one student come up and say to me about the sponge toffee experiment. They made sponge toffee, and she came up to me and she said, I didn't know there was so much chemistry in cooking. And it's everywhere, you know, the chemicals. Why did you use sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, when you made the sponge toffee? Why did you butter the pan? It's everywhere. It's all around you. Students came up to me, one particular student came up to me yesterday and said, Mrs. Tate, are you teaching chemistry next term? And I said, yes. Well, I'm going to sign up. This looks like fun. So this is good.
Liquid nitrogen is at a temperature of roughly negative 197 degrees Celsius. Do you think it's frozen now? Yes. Think we can try it? Yep. We'll give it a try. It took its color. My banana hammer. Everyone stepping back. Okay. Pretty hard. Did you hear it? I did.
It made it a lot more real. It made it not just something where every time someone thinks of chemistry, you can just kind of think of someone in a lab coat, you know, squirreling away in a laboratory. But it made it a lot more fun. It made it so you could, you know, say, you know, I could do that.
You can do it. You know, you just have to sit down, apply yourself, and you can do it.